because this is another common thing that I have kind of a beef with, and that's this frequent admonition that you have to constantly change your workout routine. Again, some people will argue with me and they'll debate me and say, no, you have to change your workout routine all the time. I mean, there's some top trainers, respected trainers in the world that tell people to change their entire workouts every 2 weeks. To me, that's absolutely absurd. It makes no sense to me. And I'll tell you what, look at the anatomy and physiology of muscle. I mean, a bicep can only contract. It can do this, and it can do this. This is the bicep. And it can do this. It can raise your arm. That's the 3 movements a bicep can do. So, in other words, basically, any kind of curl affects the same nerve pathway to the muscle and accepts the same thing. So, when you change your workout, Richard, I believe it's more for psychological reasons. If you're bored of doing the same type of, let's say, incline curls, you've been doing it for 5 months, and you want to do seated dumbbell curls or barbell curls or something like that, there's nothing wrong with that. But in other words, because you're fresher, the exercise is fresher, you will actually probably train harder. And yes, because you're training harder, you're putting more into the exercise, you will make more gains. But it's not from changing the exercise. It's the psychological effect of doing something new. You're putting more effort into it. But my point I'm trying to make is there's no actual scientific physical reason to constantly change your workout. If you still are enjoying your exercise, if you're still getting a full muscle pump, let me give you 2 names just to prove my point. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Ronnie Coleman, 2 great Mr. Olympians. They never changed their workout. The whole time I knew Arnold, he did the same workout. He never changed a single. What he did, sometimes guys would come to town, other bodybuilders, and talk Arnold into trying a new exercise. I remember one year, a British bodybuilder named Frank Richards. I don't know if you remember him.
Oh yeah.
He came to town and he taught. I was there. He taught Arnold his favorite. He had a great lat spread, and Arnold asked him, he said, "Hey, how did you get your lats so what?" And Frank said, "Well, I like to do heavy one-arm dumbbell rows." Arnold wasn't doing that as part of his lat routine, and he did it for a couple of weeks with Frank Richards. He added it to his back. He cut out one exercise and threw in the one-arm dumbbell rows, because he looked at this guy Frank, and Frank had a great back, so he tried it. That's what he did. He would try out certain exercises, but my point is, he stuck to the same basic workout, and yet, contrary to what these trainers say, he continued. Arnold, you look at the photos, he changed year after year. He never looked the same.
Right.
Same with Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman got bigger and bigger and bigger. I know people say, "Hey, Jerry, it's the steroids." No, I'm not talking about steroids. I'm talking about the training. If they needed to change workout routines, and if not changing workout routines held back their progress, these guys should not have changed, yet they did. So that's my point.
If you want the latest in exercise and nutrition science, then sign up for Jerry Brainham's Applied Metabolics newsletter.